Hey, you kids, get off my grass. You don't want me coming out there. Hey, friends, good morning. Hey, how you guys doing? Well, I see 17.2 has come out several times, and I guess there's an 18 they're talking about. But I wanted to look at some seeds I found on the forums. Now, these are generated in 17.1 B9. And I'm using the Wildlands Modlet that moves all of the wasteland to the edge. As you can see, it's done here, and this world is Metropolis. Now I generated it in the 8192 size, which gives you this Jumi Mountains as the area. And you can see with the Wildlands mod you get prairie and alpine forest, which is different than the pine forest. But man, look at this. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4 huge cities, guys. Huge cities. And this isn't the fastest thing in the world, but let's see if we can't zoom in just a little bit. See if we can't look at a few things as we're zooming in. This is not the, oh man, this is not the best map editor in the world, as you can tell, but I guess it's at least something. Looks like we got a few spots of burnt forest, but very, very little. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, there's a big chunk there, but it's really in a place you're probably never going to go unless there's some kind of reason to go there. Look at here, you got 2 cities next to you. Now this one's got a lot of burnt forest in it. But 00 wood should be this intersection. That should be the intersection for 00. So let's get down here a little closer and just look. What do we got here? Oh, it's hard to see what that says. And I'm facing the wrong way. Part of the problem is the can't tell what that is. Just a regular business, as it says. Yeah, that looks like just a regular business. Oh, now this looks interesting. What is this? Strip club. Okay, well that's interesting to me. We got a little strip mall here. Laundromat. Okay, let's zoom back up just a little bit. Store, pawn store, business. What is this? This is the, oh, that's the whatchamacallit shop. What do they call that? Cabinet shop, isn't it? This world doesn't seem to have near as much. Now here's a bunch of industrial over here. What do we got on this side? There's the old courthouse, isn't it? Isn't that the old courthouse? Now, or is that the courthouse and the other one was the post office? Courthouse. So the one was the let's go back up a little bit so we can find, still that's not a bad city. What is this? Could this be, I haven't actually seen what looks like to be a trader yet. One of these seeds is supposed to have like 4 traders within spitting distance of each other. Though this is still not a bad little map. Still not a bad little map. Well, if you're interested in this, and I'm going to actually I'm going to show you, I think, 3 more. I want to show you if they look like they're promising. I want to show you 3 more, and then I'm going to load one and update my game to 17.2. From what I read, if you generate these using the Wildland in 17.1, the comments in the forum were that these maps will work. It's just that the Wildlands with the new generation, the pimps have changed something with the mixer, and I don't know any of that stuff. So alright, well, there's one. Let's take a look at another one. Give me just a minute, guys. Okay, so here we are in bledahund again at the 8192. Did I mention if you change this, it changes the counties or spawn areas you come into? This is South Feces, South Mofis County, excuse me. And you can tell I hit the mouse because the map's not centered. But that's alright. Let's see if I maybe if I slow down my mouse. Oh shit. Maybe if I slow it down some more. That's a little bit better. And of course, again, it's going to take forever to zoom in, but look at this cluster of towns right here. Look at that, and then you got one here, one there. Big lakes, big lakes. Nothing really off in that direction, but look here, we got a town here, a city there, city there. That's kind of open in the snow area. There's a small one there. This almost looks like a residential area. Let's hold up there for just a second. Another one there. Ooh, one way out there. So it looks like the main road. Let's just zoom in a bit more. I want to see what this is. This must be all just trails, maybe? I don't know. I'm not getting any prefabs being generated in this area. That's interesting. Let's go back around to the center, because I think most of us like the center of the map. Well, there's the Hills Brothers. There's a post office or whatever that's called. Oh, there's the fire station. Some of the buildings I can recognize pretty quickly, others not quite so well. That's the police station or the old Crack-a-Book? Which is that? What is that? Oh, Governor's Mansion. Governor's Mansion, that's right. The big hotel. It would be nice if the controls worked just a little bit better. Let's do this, because I've got myself lost now. This direction. It'd also be nice if they had map directions on here, or coordinates of some type. So I'm sure that's not a priority for them. And actually it's not a priority for me either. Lots of missile bases. Are those the missile bases? Water, oh, utilities, water towers. Yeah, water tower utilities, that's right. Courthouse, another construction site. What is this? School? Well, I haven't seen the school in a long time. Not for a long time. Let's back up just a little bit. You have to kind of use the mouse and the arrow keys to get around anywhere. Kind of confusing to me, but not the mouse and arrow keys, mouse and the WASD, excuse me. What do we hear? There's the little strip mall. That's the retirement. That's the hotel. Thought that was the retirement community. I haven't seen that one for a while either. Well, I like that there's a bunch of cities right here close by, but so far that Metropolis I think is my favorite. What do you guys think? I mean, there's a lot of stuff real close by. You could run to every bit of that easily. All you would have to do is get to this area, which really running and hiding at night might not be too bad, but that's not too bad a map. Alright, well, let's hold on a minute and we will be back to look at the next one. Okay, and we're back for another look. This is called the village, and there is a space there. Same world size. South Mafadu County, I guess is what it says. Lots of snow in this one, lots of snow. But look at the cities down here at the bottom, down here in this desert area. Another great big city, looks like right there, going right out into the wasteland, unfortunately. Big burnt forest, but we got a city there, city there. Looks like a pretty good size one in the middle. Let's zoom back in. I'm not a big fan of the snow biome anymore, or the desert, because the way they've done weather survival again. But obviously it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's still irritating. But this could be good. This could be good. You got a lot of just about running distance again too. Got this huge area. I just want to generate a world and fly around and see what these are. If they're just trails, unfinished prefab areas, or maybe the prefabs will show up when you actually get into the world. But this one has, I think, potential. You got snow, desert, you got some plains there. I think this one might have some potential also. Let's see what this is down here. I'm getting curious. What is that? What is it? Energy. Large energy. Large energy. Wow, two of them right there in a row. A lot of industrial. A lot of iron there. Scrap iron, maybe you could say. And we got what here? That's the water utility. This is what, the electrical, right? Yeah, electrical. What is this one? Hotel new. Business. Got a lot of utilities right here in this very center town. Oops, I can't keep that in the damn thingamajig. Another Joe Hills, another courthouse there. Looks like it's kind of stuck in the what is this? What is this? This is skyscraper. This is, oh, the drug company. The drug company. Yeah, the drug company. Few homes. Nice residential area. A few more homes. Did I tell you guys how to make this work? You use the mouse like that. Space will raise you up, so will the S key. W will point you forward. So if you go straight up like that and then go forward, of course it does that. And then A and D move you left and right. Can't remember if I told you that. To me it's well, I think I probably already said, I think it's kind of counterintuitive to me, but it's not the worst thing. It's not a game breaker for me, because you wouldn't be using this for a game. But let's look over here. Looks like this map has generated just a ton. See, this is a shotgun. Isn't this a shotgun Messiah? No, that's the theater. That thing keeps confusing me. tons of industrial, which is the map that I generated with Spirit of the Cherokee is just loaded with industrial and very few POIs. Of course, it does have, I think, the ones that are most critical. Is that a shotgun there? That might be, or is that a Shamway? Can't tell. Can't tell. Oops. Let's zoom back up for a minute. Though the location of these are not bad. If you think about it, this is not a bad location. You even got a fairly nice, looks like desert biome city here on the edge. What do we got? Theater, business, courthouse. What is this again? I can't remember. Apartments, man, I can't remember what these buildings look like to save my life, guys. Still not bad. Still not bad. I kind of like this one, but I still think the town layout in Metropolis is a little bit better, at least in my humble opinion. You guys have to tell me what you think. Anyway, we've got one more to look at, and then I'm going to stop and generate one of these worlds. And so far my vote's still going for Metropolis. I'm going to generate it in 17.1 B9. Then I'm going to update my game to 17.2 and see if we can actually get into the game and see if it crashes it, since we're bringing in an old map. Alright guys, be back in just a few minutes. Alright my friends, our last seed that I was reading about. This one is called StariwayToHell. Same world size. This is Rusiji County. Yeah, I don't know. You guys can figure that one out yourself. But looks like we got a big main town there. Got a couple over here, one there. A lot of it looks like residential or small town areas. This seems to go out this direction. A lot less burnt forest, which is nice. I think I've been saying wasteland, but I've been meaning burnt forest. Look, we got a big community there, it looks like. Well, let's do like we normally do. Let's just go into the world, see what starts generating here. You got four nice biomes, or three nice biomes. You get desert here. You got, what is this? This is prairie. Don't care for the prairie much anymore. Alpine forest and pine forest. See what we got coming up here. Very much like the other one as far as generation of two electrical plants right there. Interesting. Not near as much snow. Another Joe Hills construction. Damn, this got the POIs just about in the same place. Just a lot less snow. Interesting. Interesting how it put those together that way. A lot of industrial there, radio stations, power plant. What do we got over here? Oh, check out that road. Yep, that's something they still haven't gotten right, is terrain generation. I don't think they'll ever see that come out right. Yeah, not really sure what that's supposed to be. Let's work our way back up a little bit. I'm curious to what this is on this forested area over here. But there is a lot of crossroads going down through here. Look at this. Got a lot of water. Looks like you got it flooded. Now that's interesting. That is very interesting. Look at that. It has generated all these buildings underwater. interesting. I'm curious to see if they're like that in the world. Excuse me. I remember when Rongo and Mafke made an underwater world. Did you guys ever watch that series where they manipulated the the RWG mixer or whatever they call that to now one of these has 8 bunkers. I can't remember which one it was. One of these has, wow, this looks like a lot of them ended up in the this would be interesting just to go see, unless I just didn't notice the buildings generating that away before. But it does look like a lot of them have generated in the terrain. But one of these, I think they said, has 8 bunkers in it, and I think all of them had quite a few traders. Now this is very interesting. I almost want to make this one just to fly around and look to see if it's put that in there. But again, an awful lot of those A-frame houses I kind of like. I think those are really kind of cool. I may have to generate this one just to go flying around and check it out. I still think I like, again, I still think I like the Metropolis distribution of the towns better. But, of course, the whole goal was to, that's the refinery, yeah, okay, yeah. The whole goal was to, yeah, that's just either the theater or the, yeah, that is the theater. I always get that one mixed up with the booby trap, which is where I spent all my money. Yeah, I may have to generate this one just so I can see how this worked out. I'm really curious. Anyway, if you haven't seen, I know it's going to be an old video, an older 7 Days to Die version, but if you haven't ever watched Rongo and Mafke playing that underwater world, you really should go watch that series. It was just absolutely amazing, just absolutely amazing. So if you haven't seen that, you should give yourself a break and take a look at that. Okay, well, I like that one too, just not as much, I think, as the very first one. I may try to go back to the forums and see which one had all the bunkers. I may have to look these all up and see which one's which. Alright guys, I'm going to generate Metropolis, I think, and 17.1, and then I'm going to update my 7 Days to Die client, and let's see what happens. Be right back. Alright friends, here we are, 17.2 B27, and this is exactly where I logged in with 17.1 B9. Didn't seem to be any stuttering. Of course, I haven't done anything yet, but it looks like it might work, and I might go ahead and play for a while. But of course, if I'm going to do that, I need to punch a bunch of grass, I need to do all of that, and I'm not going to take you guys through that. So we will see you in an upcoming episode. I hope this helped you out. Oh, I did look at the map after I generated or updated to 17.2, and it looks exactly the same. The wasteland is on the outside, and the cities and towns all seem to be about in the same spots. So I guess we'll find as we play. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming along, and bye-bye.